This is a Saya Mystic with another message to help you heal and free your heart and soul. So, today we're going to be talking about sisterhood. I got a question from one of my Instagram followers on doing a video for sisterhood and the details of how to create a sisterhood and a loving, sisterly, pretty much a healthy environment when it comes to women. So I'm gonna just get started by saying that women, especially women that look like me, okay, indigenous women in the Americas, we deal with a lot of self-worth issues. We deal with a lot of hardships when it comes to knowing who it is that we truly are. See, I grew up not really understanding who I was. I had to go through a lot of different lessons and trials to finally figure out who it was that I really was, because for a long time, I didn't like myself. I didn't like my hair, didn't like my skin, I didn't like my features. I felt unworthy, unlovable, okay? And a lot of women who look like me, specifically because this is who I am, experience this. They experience this kind of not really understanding our place here. And so we go through a lot of different things and trying to understand our place here by, doing what we need to do to our hair to be a part of the standards of beauty, doing what we need to do in relationship to women in our life and men in our life. It's just a lot of not really knowing who we are when we are coming up in this society. And a good way to really get back in touch with who you are, really get back in touch with the divine goddess that you are, because that's the only way that you will ever have a healthy relationship with any woman in your life, even if it's your mom, okay? Your mom, our mothers, is a direct source of knowing that, having that true knowing of who we are, having that true understanding of my role here as a woman, as a goddess. And so when that identity is not really all the way clear, we've got some identifying to do. So the first thing we've got to do is start identifying who we are with certain values and principles in relationship with our character, okay? In relationship with our life. When our values and principles are out of sync with who we are, for example, I have, my particular personal values have to do with being natural, doing things the natural way, respecting the elements in, products that I use, respecting the elements in things that I eat. And this is a principle that I live by, and this principle serves my identity, because when I do not serve it, when I do not serve this principle of valuing the elements that I use in my products, I use in my hair, I use on my skin and my food, then my essence reacts to that. I have a reaction to that. I might not feel the best about my hair, might not feel the best about my skin. I might not, feel the best about my body when I don't respect these or have these values and principles. And so values and principles is something that I feel is at a lack in a lot of different friendship dynamics when it comes to women. They got a lot of cattiness and, competition going on within women, and that's because the values and the principles in relationship to who we are is not there. So what are your values? What are your principles when it comes to women and who you are, how you carry yourself? What are those things? Another thing that will allow you to have a much better relationship with the women in your life and allow you to really build a strong sisterhood is to get in touch with how you perceive yourself in relationship with the opposite sex. So now we talked about, how we perceive ourselves and the feminine energy, but how do I perceive myself in relationship with the opposite sex? And this is a big one because a lot of times women will undermine other women when it comes to a man. A lot of times women will downplay on women, talk like they're better than other women based off of their role in a man's life, based off of who they are in a man's life versus how this other woman is perceived in a masculine light or in this man's life. So there's a lot of that going on, and that completely deteriorates any capability of having a healthy sisterhood being built. Okay, to be divinely feminine, first of all, you've got to understand and know that you are important. Okay, not just you, but your feminine essence is important. You came here to create, while the masculine is here to rectify and protect. So there's a valuing that needs to happen in relationship to how you see yourself with the opposite sex in relationship with a man. You must value yourself above him. And I don't care who really gets mad about this, but it's the truth. You've got to care more about your feminine energy than you value his. And the dynamic of this is really what's more prominent than really just the caring. It's the nurturing aspect. Because women who don't really know how to build a sisterhood, they will nurture and coddle a masculine energy before they will do it for a woman. They will nurture and coddle the masculine energy and then be rough and tough and, cold-hearted and mean with the feminine energy. And it's like, that's not how that's supposed to go. You are supposed to be, this is the energy you're supposed to have with your sister. You're supposed to have that nurturing, motherly, sisterly, I love you, but I'm also here to guide you type energy. Whereas it's more like, you're my competition and I don't trust you and I've got to get, a leg up over you so that I can get to this man. And some people even say that women by nature are competitive. And I don't think that that's true. I think women by nature are territorial. And that territory has over encompassed, men. You feel more powerful when you have the validation of a man. And this goes really deep, as far as childhood issues and childhood traumas. But for the most part, if you want to build a strong sisterhood, you've got to really start implementing your values and principles to be centered around you and your feminine energy and your essence and why you are important. And if you are not doing that, then you will never be able to have a strong sisterhood. You'll never have female friends. Y'all will always be fighting and trying to beat each other up and all types of craziness. So please start valuing your feminine energy. Start putting your feminine energy on a pedestal. And I will catch up with you guys on the next video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.